Welcome everybody to Face Mayhem at the Market. It's going to take place on the 16th of November. We have the two people in the main event of the evening. We got Jackson, we got Phiri, and we got the two trainers, Damon and Brian. And of course Brad with the statistics on the side there as well. Looking forward to a hot contest. Of course, this is a fight that's going to be on a lot of people's lips. A lot of people want to see this one. A lot of sort of, I'd say in your case, Phiri, a lot to prove in this fight. This is the biggest opponent, biggest step of your career. I wanted to get your thoughts on it because Jackson Chauke has been a well-established name in South African boxing for a very long time. What's your thoughts on fighting Jackson?
Just quickly before you answer, I'm the manager. Manny Fernandez is his trainer.
Sorry, Manny Fernandez the trainer,
that's fine.
Mitchell the manager.
I'm the manager. And Ndabezinhle Phiri.
Let's go for it. What's your thoughts on this man sitting here, Joe?
First of all, I just wanna thank this opportunity for me to fight a big name in South Africa. Because I do not underestimate him at all. I know that he's a big name. He's still good. I know that he's very strong, and I still got a lot to prove, which is I know that I need to work more than him. Because I'm still young, I still have a lot of things to do. He has experienced a lot of fights. He knows easy and hard fights. He knows how to defeat people, how to have some strategies. Me, I'm still looking forward to all those things. So I'm really happy to be given this opportunity to see myself where am I.
And Jackson, I feel like we've been in these moments before where we're talking about young undefeated fighters. We're talking about even face-to-faces and talking to other fighters and, you know, really bringing out the best. What do you make of him and where he stands in your career?
First of all, I'd like to thank the opportunity from Brad. You know, it's been a long road for me. You know, I'm coming back from a loss, which was in March. So I've been getting fights, but they were not materialized. But coming to Phiri, you know, I have nothing against him. I've watched his fight. I've called some of his fights. Good boxer. He's young. Pressure cooker is like his nickname. I enjoyed watching him, but you know, he's fighting me now. We need to make that fight, you know. I think it's going to be a good fight, you know. I know he works hard because I think we run the same route. I see him all the time when I'm running, you know. Now I have to change my times. I see him where I was leaving. He was running like it was in the evening. Now I make sure I run earlier in the morning so I don't see him, you know. But sports is sports, bruh. You know, I've got nothing against Phiri, but like I said before, I've been getting fights. They were not just happening, you know. I've been in the gym. This is a different fight. I don't think there's that poison, you know, that venom. But we both ambitious, not at my age, like I'm 40. I don't want this. I want this more, you get me? I want to be a champion again. So I'm looking forward to it. I've been training hard.
All right, let me bring Phiri's manager in, Brian Mitchell. Brian, of course, you've managed against Jackson before with the likes of Ricardo Malajica. How do you see a difference in this fight, and do you think, again, you'll have the right man to defeat Jackson Chauke?
Well, yeah, thanks, Hayden. Good to be on the show. Thanks, Brad. Face to face, first show ever. Got me on. I think you owe me some money. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks, Damien. Thanks, Jackson, and of course Hayden, and of course our man Phiri, to all on the show. It's a different fight to Ricardo Malajica. Ricardo Malajica is next level fighter. You know, he's one of the best fighters in the world. And this is a young man who's had 8 fights and undefeated. But he's 24 years old, and like you said, he's ambitious. Can't underestimate Jackson Chauke. He's been around forever. He's been a great ambassador for boxing in this country. But I feel it's Phiri's time. You know, he beat Moisa Boy, who's only got 1 loss on his record. He beat Charlton Malajica, who's got 1 loss on his record. This guy can fight. It's all about work rate. We discussed it in the car now. For me, what made me a good champion was work rate. And you hear me even as a commentator now. I think the viewers must get tired of me saying work rate. But that's what the fight game's about. And I'm not saying Jackson doesn't have a work rate, because he's a great experienced fighter. But this guy's got the best work rate I've ever seen out of anybody, actually. And that's a big compliment to me. You didn't even know I was going to say that. He just, that pressure cooker nickname of his suits him because he wears you down. And yeah, tough to fight a guy who's a former world champion and won everything that is in boxing. But I believe it's Phiri's time. I believe Phiri will win, and we'll give Jackson Chauke a retirement present.
Right, so I'm going to bring you in here, Damien, as well, because you've similar situation. You've obviously gone up against one of Brian's fighters. Now, Phiri is the next assignment that you have in front of you. Jackson Chauke, a lot of people will say that the last fights exposed him in a way. Where would you see him now in his career, and does he get the victory over Phiri?
Yeah, firstly, thank you, Brad, for promoting this event, putting it together. We worked extremely hard behind closed doors to make sure this fight can happen. I needed this opportunity for Jackson, and it's a big opportunity for Phiri. So we've worked hard to make sure this happens. Like I always say, I always believe in Jackson Chauke. He may be 40 years old, but to be honest, he doesn't look 40 in the gym. I keep telling people that. The night against Ricardo is behind us. It is what it is. Ricardo's a great fighter. He's moving on to really big things. I think what caught us in that fight was 13 months inactivity, where Managerial stayed consistent, defended his world title, and we weren't in a position to fight, and we just got let down with overseas fights that never materialized. And in some ways, I think it's maybe a lesson for Jackson. There were some things that happened in that training camp, and I think Jackson's learned a lot from that, and it's opened up a new fire in him. He's been consistent in the gym. He's been working extremely hard. He's in phenomenal shape. So for me, it's just about the 16th of November. It's not about Phiri, it's not about Brian Mitchell, it's not about their gym. It's got nothing to do about any of that. This is about Jackson winning the WBC Africa, moving forward in the WBC ratings, and hopefully getting a shot at the world title at some point. I still believe Jackson can have a run at a world title. Jackson schooled so many 20-year-olds who can bring out the list. I think the fact checker will bring out a whole Microsoft Word sheet there on all the 20-year-olds he's punished. So I'm not worried about the age. I believe Jackson's got a lot to offer. I've got young guys in my gym. Jackson mixes up with world champions. So I know we're ready for it. I know there's a lot to expect from Phiri. He's a hard worker. He's come to South Africa to push extremely hard for his own career and for his own future. And there's a lot on the line for him. We've been in these kind of fights. We've been in big fights. We've traveled the world. We've won abroad. We've been 5-time South African champion. We've had multiple belts on our waist. I think for this boy, it's the first time he's going to have to face 12 rounds. I think it's the first time he's going to have to fight for a belt. And there's a lot of things that happen in lead up to that and on the night that he's got to deal with. We've dealt with all the emotions. So let's see on the 16th of November.
Well put. It's obviously experience against youth in this case, and it's going to be a great matchup. Before we get there, Brad, do you have a few statistics that you want to bring up?
The fact checker.
The fact checks.
Before I even get to facts, firstly for me this is like the best fight we've put on Warrior Sin promotion. It's the best two boxers, the best two rated boxers. You got Jackson, who's rated number 12, he's number 20 in the world currently, and Phiri's number 16. So whoever wins will go into the top 10 in the world, and they're both deserving of that. And whoever doesn't win won't drop off much from the ratings. I mean, they won't even be below the bottom 30. So I've known Jackson since since forever. I was a baby. I used to play on the ropes at Durant's gym and like jump off like WWE. And I'm really happy to be having him on my card. He's our commentator. And then obviously Phiri's got a bright future ahead of him. So for me, this is literally a 50-50 fight, and it's going to be who wants it more on the day. And the one thing I would say to Phiri, even though I'm his promoter, is that he needs to be careful that he does not look at Jackson's last fight as a reference point, because I know that Jackson was struggling cutting weight for that fight because he'd been inactive for so long, because he'd been really unfortunate with people cancelling fights, not getting visas. So he should not look at that as a reference point, because that wasn't Jackson in his last fight. So that's all I'm going to say to Phiri, is that he needs to prepare for the prime Jackson Chauke, because this man doesn't age. It's an M3. With age, he gets better. And yeah, that's what I got to tell you. In terms of statistics, obviously Jackson has 27 fights, and Phiri's only got 8. Jackson's only lost split decision to Kafu, and then, like I said, the last result, you can't really take a lot from it. Obviously, Ricardo's a great fighter, but I know that wasn't the Jackson that you're going to see on the 16th of November.
So, Ryan, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, it is about experience versus youth, but definitely Damien says it's not about Brian Mitchell. It is about Brian Mitchell as well, because he's my fighter, and I'm going to make him fight like I used to fight. He's, like I said, he's got all the tools to be one of the greats one day. He's 24 years old. He smothers his opponents. No one's even come close to beating him. As I said, he's beaten the current South African junior bantamweight champion. He beat the ex-South African flyweight champion. He's beaten guys with belts.
He's not the ex-South African flyweight, mini fly.
Mini flyweight.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So mini flyweight. He's beaten. My point is, he's beaten guys with belts. So
I was just doing the correction.
When we say
that guy was not
he
a
hasn't fought for a
flyweight.
belt. Okay. So what's
That guy
your point?
was not a
The South
flyweight.
African junior bantamweight champion. Well,
He
you
was
see
not
what-
was not a champion that time.
Yeah, but
He was a champion now. Only last week, 2 weeks
But he's a
back, I
champion
think.
now.
Yeah,
But he lost to this guy.
yeah,
So that he was undefeated when he fought Phiri, and Phiri gave him his first defeat.
yeah. That was a good fight.
So, in my opinion, it's Phiri's time. You know, Jackson's had his time. It's our time. I can't see anybody beating Phiri. I really rate him as a fighter.
Phiri, Jackson Chauke, how do you beat him? Simple as that. How do you beat Jackson Chauke?
This time I think I just need to be smarter more than all other these fights that I had. I need to improve a lot. That's what we're working on. Because it's not all about pressure, it's all about the consistency and the rhythm of doing all those stuff. Yeah.
Jackson, you mentioned you commentated on some of his fights. Were you impressed by what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I was impressed because I know I've seen him when he fought Malajika. From Malajika to the 3 fights that I've saw, you can see there's improvement in him, you know. So there's a lot I've seen that he has improved since that fight.
But does he stand up to the test? Do you think he's that guy that's good enough to, formally end your career? Is he that guy?
Him getting the opportunity, I think he deserves the opportunity because from working hard and winning those fights that he has won, the opponents that he has beat, that Brian has mentioned, he deserves the fight. But him retiring me, I think I must correct this. No one else is entitled to an opinion about my career other than my trainer or the guys that helped me to get to where I am today. So if you're going to say Phiri beats me, or even Malajika, his last fight, he said he's going to end my career. Yes, you can say that, but it's not like if you say I'm gonna retire you, I can lose, but I never retire. I'm not saying I'm gonna lose against Phiri, but their opinion doesn't matter.
But I think you would have also known the mistakes that you made in the previous camp, right? That you would have changed, and as for a reason why you're still fighting today.
Brother, let's not take away the credit for Malajika. Malajika is going into the fight, I already knew what Malajika was capable of. He's a world-class boxer. You can see what he's doing. He's achieved a lot, you get me? But, I don't want to put on excuses. If you are a boxer, you go in the ring. If you lose, it's not like soccer. Soccer, when you lose, you get to blame the coach and you say, no, well, Damien, he does his job. He does the admin, he does everything. Me also, I need to do my job, you get me? Okay, I did my job, but along camp, there's some things that, and then again, 13 months I haven't fought. It's not an excuse. It's not that Malajika was not. I was supposed to handle the situation as a professional. So I failed to do that. That's how I performed in the ring, Then that's the difference between me and Malajika. He prepared for that fight professionally. That's how he beat me. You get me? So now, I'm not going to take away anything. I'm not going to make up excuses for that fight. It is what it is. It has happened. It's in the past, you know. But I give my Lajika credit, so I move on.
So Jackson, you said Malajika is world class. Is Phiri world class?
World class, he hasn't fought in a world class level. He has fought locally. So I wouldn't say he's world class. That's not me being disrespectful, because me and Phiri, we were okay. It's only that we looking for the same belt, you get me? And for him saying that he is what you call world class, not yet. You can't be world class if you haven't fought around the world, you know.
And Damien, if I could bring you in, the preparation for this fight and how you've calculated, you know, Jackson's coming into this fight, has it gone according to plan? And
yeah, look, I'm happy with where Jackson's at. He was supposed to have featured, he was supposed to have fought in July. Anyways, boxing's full of shit and shit happens, and it is what it is. Things happen behind the scenes, changes are made. It is what it is. But Jackson, since losing to Ricardo Malajika, like I said, a new fire has been lit. He's a seasoned pro. Jackson understands what discipline is. But sometimes when you become a world champion, you lack a little bit of discipline, and it costs you. And I think that's a lesson Jackson had learned. And I know where Jackson wants to get back to in his career. And I know what Jackson can still do in his career. And I've seen it. And no disrespect to Phiri. He's a good boxer. He's 8-0. But he's not at the level of where Kafu is, or Ricardo Malajika, or Sitiata, and those are the only 3 losses on Jackson Chauke's record. Those were all world champions. And he's got to go through his career, he's got to earn his stripes, he's got to get on a plane, he's got to go win internationally, he's got to become a champion. A lot of those things he's still got to do. Jackson's done all of that. And that's why you can't look at Jackson and undermine Jackson. Who's he lost to? Ricardo. Ricardo's fighting with IBF Eliminator. Kafu's a WBO world champion who just lost to Rodriguez. Sichata, after Jackson went on to become an IBO world champion. Jackson has lost to great fighters, but Jackson's fucked up a lot of great fighters too, and that's the truth. Kotana, great fighter. There's so many, I could put a list together of all the guys that he smashed through for essays that were champions, younger fighters, great fighters, and he smashed them. So I'm not undermining Phiri. I'm going to bring the best Jackson Chauke I can for this fight. I know the best Jackson Chauke will arrive for this fight because he's disciplined, he's hard working at the moment, he's sacrificing a lot for this, and I can just see the desire that he wants to kind of get back to where he was to eliminate those losses. You know, the Ricardo loss was a big loss for us. If you look at the loss to Kafu, was a split decision. It was a close fight. First fight was considered a draw, but we know Jackson had beaten Kafu in that first fight if you go watch that fight properly. And Sechata was an educational fight for Jackson. I think the educational fight for Phiri will be Jackson. And then after that, he'll learn a lot and then grow into a great fighter. But right now he's young, he's 8-0, he's had some great wins. Here's what it is, the boys must fight. But I know who I back and I know what he's going to do.
9-0 on the 16th of November.
He'll be 9.
and
Let me answer Jackson's Chauke's story, and I respect him. He's been, as I said, a great ambassador for boxing. I commentated when he fought Kafu. I thought he won as well when he got the draw. But Phiri is just a different kettle of fish. This guy is 24 years old. He's unbeatable to me now. It's his time. When you say he hasn't fought, he's not world class because he hasn't fought a world class guy. He's fighting a world class guy on the 16th of November. And he will become world class on the 16th of November when he beats Jackson Chauke.
Then we wait for 16 November. For now, he's not.
Yeah, 16
We're
November.
talking about now.
16 November, we're gonna have to give him. Okay, like you said, we can't decide when you want to retire. But at 40 years old, you've been a great ambassador. You've done well. But I think this 24-year-old will retire you on the 16th of November.
I think Brian can sell ice in winter.
I'll speak English as well as you, Jackson.
He can sell anything.
We both commentators. I don't need to sell ice to Eskimos. The guy's 8-0. He's not 8-0 for nothing. The only reason he's not world class because he's only 24. So when he beats Jackson Chauke, he becomes world class. That's the simple side of it.
We'll wait for the 16th of November.
16, it's a great fight, great experience, great youth. He's undefeated, former world champion. It's a proper fight. Well done to our promoter.
Thank you, the stat man. But it's also a great bout because whoever wins the WBC Africa bout, I mean, Jackson's already rated in the WBC, but whoever wins that's going to really skyrocket those rankings besides the world rankings. So they're going to be up for big international fights, both guys, depending how it goes.
It's a lot to fight for you.
Yeah, it's a really massive opportunity. He's obviously experiencing it. Phiri's obviously excited about it, but mustn't get too excited. And also mustn't fall for Jackson's mental games. Today's been calm and quiet, but you know this is the master samurai of mind games. So he's calm today, but don't take it as that maybe he's not confident because he could be planning anything.
The pressure cooker does his talking in the ring.
That I do agree with that.
Yeah, but we all know, Brian, you're going to do the talking for him.
Well, you've seen him fight. You've seen him fight.
Yeah, I've seen him fight. He doesn't have to talk.
Okay, can I talk?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Me, I'm not that guy who talks too much.
Listen,
Okay.
you see what I told you when I got here? I say all of them. I crack them out of their shell. He's cracking out of his shell.
Okay, listen. Me, I don't even talk too much. So seeing me quiet is just my life. I'm like this.
Yes.
So I cannot talk much because you have provoked me or you have said something.
Yes.
That's my lifestyle. They know even in gym I don't just speak a lot.
Yes,
That's my lifestyle.
I've seen that with you.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's not a bad thing not to talk. That's who you are.
Yeah, so you said he's gonna talk for me. No.
Oh, okay, no problem.
That's my
But
life.
this is what the manager must do. He must talk for you.
Tell him who's going to win on the 16th.
Ish. You know what? I cannot allow my O to go.
Yes.
That's what I
Let's
can
see you
say.
on the 16th.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
But Phiri, what do you make of that world-class comment? Do you think you have the potential to become world-class?
All the steps that people they go through, they start from the first step. So this is my step also to go higher. I don't underestimate my champion here, but I think this is also my time to show that I really want to go high, because I cannot be just stagnant in one position. I really need to climb high. So I got no doubts.
Okay.
I just need to push myself. I cannot say I have to beat him out. No, me, I have to push myself to improve a lot so that I can win the title. Yeah.
Can you give us a fight prediction?
Ish. It's gonna be late on this fight. Everyone must be ready for it because I know he's bringing the A game, I'm bringing the A game. So we don't know what's gonna take place, but I'm ready for that war.
Brian, do you have a fight prediction?
I do have a final prediction. Yeah, I think it's a good fight. It's a tough fight. Definitely, you can't underestimate an experienced guy like Jackson. He's been around. He knows how to fight. I've seen him. I've seen most of his fights. But I just think it's Phiri's time. And what I'd like to end by saying is that we're fortunate with Phiri. You've got Ricardo Malajika as his top sparring partner. You've got Chauke Malajika. You've got Siyakusi. You've got Bevan Sabanda. So we've got a gym full of talented little guys that help him with sparring. So that's making him into a really classy fighter. And it's just helping him improve. And I think we'll win on the 16th, but it's a great fight.
It is a great fight indeed. Can I get a prediction from you, Jackson?
Obviously, I've put in a lot for this one. I think this one is also special. I haven't been in camp for as long as I have been now, in a very long time. So I'm going to come in shape. So obviously, I'll come out victorious.
All right, and then maybe from you, Damien, if you could give us that final thoughts and maybe a prediction as well.
Yeah, look, I know both guys will come prepared. You heard Brian, Ricardo's sparring, this one, that one. It's good sparring. It's great. It helps build young fighters. But there's a lot to be learnt on the night, and I think Jackson will be the educator, and he'll do a lot of teaching. And just like Ricardo, he suffered a loss, he came back onto great things. Bevan Savanda lost, came back onto great things. This boy will lose on the 16th of November and then come back onto great things.
I think Jackson will put his money on Phiri for the night. Come on, Jackson.
Nah,
You know who's
We'll
gonna
bring
win.
the Phiri on the 16th
Jackson,
of
you know
November.
who's going to win.
I know who's gonna win. I know. It's Jackson.
Phiri.
It's Jackson. M3. Chauke.
The pressure cooker, ladies and gents.
Come the 16th of November, I become victorious.
You're gonna have a lot of spectators there.
Definitely, and there's a lot of people who've been asking me where do they get the tickets. I was gonna ask you about
Your
ticket
link
sales, you
is
know.
gonna be in the bio of the video.
So yeah.
Even in your post on Instagram there, it's there.
Oh, okay. There'll be a lot of
200
people.
rand to come watch you.
Though,
Giving them a
that's
nice
very
set.
cheap.
Yeah.
You're selling me cheap. That's very cheap, but that's good for my fans. You know, I think a lot of them will come and watch me.
Phiri, you got people coming?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so we're gonna have to separate the stands, eh? We'll have one side for Jackson and one side for Phiri.
Yeah, we can say that again because I'll make sure that a lot of my supporters, they also come to see this thing happening.
That's what we want. So,
Yeah.
16 November, Fourways Farmers Market.
Let's get it on. We call it Mayhem at the Market. Make sure you catch it live in person. And we'll see you all there. Also, it's on Vision View as well, right?
Yeah, it's going to be free on YouTube. Anyone can watch. We want people to be able to access our tournaments. That's why it's free. Tickets are affordable. The last stream, Mayhem at the Market 1, we had 16,000 people streaming. So with Jackson and Phiri, maybe we look to double that.
Well, let's have it. And then we have it there, Jackson Chauke, to commentate the undercard and then finish on the main card, of course. And we look forward to seeing you all there. Mayhem at the Market. Make sure you find your way there. Only 200 Rand tickets, 200 Rand for the cost of the tickets. We'll see you there.